Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be showing you DIY gifts for kids. This is the third video in my Christmas series, Gifts for Everyone, where I am showing you how you can make different DIY gifts for almost everyone in your life. To see what my next videos are, when I will be posting them, and the links to my last videos, check the description box below. In my first video I also explain why I have a Smurf's nose, so if you're curious, go check that out. Follow me on all of my social media. My usernames will be in the description box below. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. Like, comment this video and share it. Without further ado, let's get started. For the door signs you will need small clothes pegs, a hot glue gun, a hole puncher, yarn or string or something similar, pictures of whoever you're giving this to, and flowers and chains and stuff like that as decoration. You will also need a cardboard cutout of the first letter of the person's name, whoever you're giving this to. I spray painted these to make them a more interesting color. Start by making a hole in the top of every letter. Then what I did is I took this metal ribbon and I just, for the J, put that along the top and then made sure it went onto the back. Then I spread out a bunch of small clothes pegs over the letter and stuck down a few fake flowers to make it look pretty. Then I took the pictures and I put them into the clothes pegs. Then I repeated this for the D. Also, I put a string through the hole so that they could hang it up. For the plus sign, all I did was add 2 strips of ribbon across the lines. And I made sure they folded onto the back to give it a neater finish. Then I also put a string through that hole. For the snow, you will need an airtight container, some water, a diaper, and scissors. Start by pouring water onto the diaper. Then cut that in half using the scissors. The grains that are inside are basically the snow. Just empty those into the airtight container. Then I just added a bit more water to make it even snowier and just mix that around. That's it. For the piñata, you will need scissors, yarn or string, tissue paper, any candy of your choice, a hot glue gun, and these templates. Start by cutting out your templates, and then as you can see there's a cross which I just cut out, then folded up and then cut that off. Then I pierced a hole through the paper one and threaded a string through that. Then I hot glued most sides of the pyramid. I left one side untouched though. Then I took some tissue paper and I cut it, making it frilly, and then I just layered that to make it look like a real piñata. Then to make the tassel, all I did was frill a long piece of tissue paper and roll that up. Then I took another color of tissue paper, did the same thing, just rolled it over the other already twisted thing. Then I secured that with tape and I just attached it to the string. Fill it with candy and then hot glue the last side, and then add more of those frilly things to make it just look complete. For the wands, you will need chopsticks, paint in brown and or black, a sponge brush, small beads, doesn't matter the color because we'll paint over them, and a hot glue gun. Start by taking one of the chopsticks and just put a lot of hot glue on the bottom section. Then using the back of the sponge brush, I'm just reshaping it so it's kind of the perfect shape. Then I just repeated that in different patterns, and on the two last ones I added a few beads onto the hot glue while it was still wet and hot, just to add kind of a more textured effect. The easiest way to do this is by putting the beads in your hand and then rolling the chopstick covered in hot glue on your hand. Wait a bit though, so it isn't too hot. Then I covered the whole thing in brown paint. With every wand I added a bit of black so that the shades would be different and they would vary a bit. Then let that dry. I added another coat of Mod Podge on top because acrylic paint has a matte finish and I personally did not like that. But if you like that, then you don't need to do the last step. For this DIY, you will need a tape measure, a pencil, a pair of scissors, contact paper. The pattern on the contact paper doesn't matter. Spray paint in any color you want, and a long wooden board. Start by using the pencil to sketch out how many numbers you're going to do on the wooden board, so the growth sign. Then cut those out. Then I just use my pencil to draw out a few strips that I also cut out with the scissors. Then I put the tape measure along the board and I marked out every spot that I want to put one of the marks. I did one every 10 centimeters, but only every 20 centimeters I put the actual numbers. Then stick down the contact paper. Also stick down the numbers in the right order and on the right spot. Remember to draw the numbers out backwards so that they come out normal when you stick them on. Then spray paint the whole thing. Add lots of spray paint to the contact papered areas. Then peel off the contact paper. And if you want, you can add some sort of ribbon along the edge.